morning, Bengals. These are instructions for February 23rd, 2021. Um, you're going to be learning about the Arab Spring and what that is. So, first, you need to know it was a revolution. It's probably the more recent one of the more recent revolutions that occurred. This happened in the Middle East, the countries that we're currently studying. So, first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to watch this video that I posted. This video is also on these slides as well. So please make sure you're watching this. You're going through the slides. I mean, you can watch either one. The video wasn't working too well on the slides, so this one should work. If you're not able to find it, it's just if you go to YouTube, here's how the Arab Spring started, and how it affected. I mean, it should pop up. So first thing you're going to want to do, open up your Google Slides. These slides you will have to submit. They are not just notes. We don't have an ed puzzle attached to this, but you still need to make sure you're going through this and completing this. So the first part is going to be a little bit of a review. So revolution, definition of revolution, a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. So it has some political issues that occurred within this revolution are that happened. So structure of government, who is in power and how did they get there? Are people represented? Does the government protect citizens' rights? Economic issues, taxation policies, debt of a nation, availability of jobs, divide between rich and poor, and then social issues, status of social classes, racial and ethnic relations, religion, and gender roles. So that's pretty much what causes a revolution when those things are not in sync. So examples, we have the Haitian Revolution, more common one, American Revolution, and then the French Revolution. We'll be looking at American Revolution a little bit too, just to kind of review so you guys know what that is and remember what that is. So what was the Arab Spring? This is the video that's posted in Schoology, so you can watch it here or in the front. This is going to explain a lot of it. But the Arab Spring was a series of pro-democracy uprisings that happened in several largely Muslim countries, including Tunisia, Morocco, Syria, Libya, Egypt, and Bahrain. The events in these nations generally began in the spring of 2011. However, 10 years later, the political and social impact of these popular uprisings remains significant today, years after many of them ended. So this is where they occurred. So countries of the Arab Spring 10 years later, was it a success? So you're choosing one of these. You're not doing all of them. The one that you've probably heard about or you're probably a little bit more familiar about would be like Syria, Egypt, maybe even Libya. Tennessee is a little bit not as well known, but you probably heard in the news. U.S. It has been involved in the past with Syria just a few years ago. Um, so once you figure out which one you want to do, if you click on this, it's going to tell you what slide is on. Otherwise, you can just scroll through. This is Tennessee. You have two videos that you're watching. Make sure you're looking at the freedom rating. Libya, again, another video. Egypt, again, another video. Also, the freedom rating talks about the area. It gives you a lot of information here. And it tells you what type of political system they have currently. All right. And then you have Syria. Once you finish, you are going to be answering these questions. It's three questions, really simple, not too complicated. Not complicated. So, country, political system, government type. Was the revolution success? Why or why not? Did the citizens achieve freedom and limited government? So you're going to be filling this out. Good way to start, just highlight it and then you start typing, and then whatever you type, it will be posted. Make sure you submit this, okay? If I don't get this, I'm just going to start adding this to a Schoology assignment, and I will be manually grading these. So please submit this so I can look at it and make sure you're understanding it. Once you finish this, you have one more thing you're doing. You're going to go to back to Schoology. At the very bottom, you have a Schoology assessment. Really simple. You have two questions. One of them is fill in the blank. They're both fill in the blanks. You're labeling the images on this one. This one's just you're just pretty much matching where the answers the words go. But once you finish again, submit this. This one is for a grade to make sure that you are completing the assignment. Once you submit this, that is all you will be doing today. If you guys have any questions, email me or send me a message. Thank you.